one were made. What's up, what's down, and nothing's ever out of bounds. There has to be a better way, always something of a better play. Hero Shack Day, Hero Shack Day, Hero Shack, baby things. Hero Shack, hey, Hero Shack, yeah. Hero Shack, daily things. Here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hero Shack Daily Things, episode 38. I am your host, Christopher. Diana will be along momentarily as she is taking care of the dogs. She is a blessing. It's currently, I don't know, about 34 degrees, but everything is wet and slippery. So say a little prayer because it's not nice. It should have been me, but she's rather insistent. So off she went. In honor of Palm Sunday, I'm not sure how you honor that. I guess Happy Palm Sunday, Palm Sunday, to those who celebrate. The celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ is about a week away. And yeah, it's a big deal in Christianity and Messianics and people everywhere. I can hear Diana at the door. She's coaxing the girls back in. Chewy has a tendency to want to stay outside and sniff everything, and we have to watch her because she has eaten various rabbit feces, and it's a problem. She actually got some sort of weird infection in her gut at some point, and I can hear her getting upset. Diana, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a good husband. I'll be right back. Well, she's taken the dog up the road and said, "Don't worry, I got it." So here I am. So let's talk a little bit. Last night's episode 37, is currently on like a 3-day hiatus because I played the official Bullet Boys video, which was struck by Warner Brothers, which is their right. So after editing the footage, it'll come back. But like I said, it's on a 3-day probationary thing. So that's cool. There's other things in that episode, but you know, streams are like that. They just come and go. If you're watching it consecutively, like in the future, I can tell you that I got a few more pages. Well, I got one page done for The Great Cyclopean number 8. And I got a few more pages thumbnailed out. Things are getting really exciting at this point, and I can't tell anybody anything right now because it's just that tight. Miss Diane is aware, and she seems to like it, and that's the first person I got to get over. But yeah, I've adjusted some things, made some things work a little better, I think. And so it keeps it fresh for me. It keeps it exciting. Tuesday is coming up fast. I have a presentation in front of children from another school. I really don't have anything planned. So it's interesting. I'm going to try to put together at least a slideshow that I can accompany my comments with. I will hopefully be able to extract some questions and explain to them how I produce indie comics and shed some light on the history of comics and how they are made professionally in teams and things like that. And hopefully inspire some kids to actually make their own books. I mean, they don't really need that much. They need encouragement. Every kid that I've talked to gets excited and thinks that they would like to try it, which is, that's common. You find that in indie comics. You find that in any, in comics in general. I mean, it's the dream to create on a piece of paper where you're not restricted by a director or a financial budget or a producer. You can sit down with a pencil and paper and make the greatest cartoon in the world. Well, comic. I mean, cartoon is animated, isn't it? Oh, I'm getting worried. My wife is still out there with the dog. And like I said, I tried to get it, but yeah, she said no. So here I am, the little black dot on the screen. Let me tell you, we're getting ready for fulfillment of 7. The orders are out. So far, so good. We've had none of the snafus that can come up while in production. The pre-press ones were there, but that's always there. There's always something that needs tweaking, something that, the printer doesn't like, which is okay. They don't really know what they're printing. They get these files digitally. They learn about them through whatever the order says. And it's not like they have a relationship with me to understand what I'm doing with my artwork at all times. Ooh, Diana just came in. She must have Chewy with her because she wouldn't leave Chewy out there. Oh, yeah, I hear the dog being unshackled. So in moments, Diana will join us, which is probably good because I'm not allowed to say certain things tonight, Yeah, hang on. So I'm going to put this on, but I'm not going to put on the sound. And when she gets in, I'll tell her I'm just looking at her artwork from the next issue, which is actually pretty cool. This is some of the battle scene that's going to happen between Fiber Frog and Captain Aura. That's a concept sketch. Nothing to be too concerned about. Chewy Lynn has gone into Larissa's room. Mantown. These are my bros, particularly the one with the Superman logo. I got the honey. I'm coming. It's actually pretty dead. I think I'm the only one here. And there's a reason for that too, and that's okay. The Lord works in mysterious ways. So you might be wondering, what are they doing? Well, they throw knives. And it's a hobby of, and axes, but it's a hobby of great honor with them. And it's a skillful talent to have. I myself have not thrown a knife in quite a while, since I was a teenager, really. And I was never very good at it either. Yes, there we go. We're looking at the great Cyclopean covers there. It's free right now on HeroShack.com. Issues 1 through 6. And when we launch 8, 7 will become available in PDF format. Share that link out with everybody that you know who might be interested in reading a free comic. I think it works on all devices. It's a simple PDF, scroll and roll, go right through it. And it's a neat look, especially if you're on the fence about whether or not you want to back a book. This will give you the complete history, and you can see the general artwork and the evolution of the artwork. The storytelling too, things have really gotten better as time has gone by, because I haven't done just the Great Cyclopean. I've done other books and kind of honing my craft as I go, which makes it a lot more fun. This is a particularly cool illustration because I'm working on I guess I don't want to say a revamped Captain Aura, but like this guy, yeah, is significant to the whole Captain Aura story. Oh, it's Miss Diana. You know what? I bet you I didn't send her the link. Sorry about that, my love. Yeah, let me fix that for you. Do, do, do. By the way, if you'd like to join us, let us know either in this chat or DM us, and we'll see about getting you a link. But I just sent the link to Miss Diana, so let's give her a second. Yeah, and there you can see the. I'm tempted not even to call it the new Captain Aura. There's something yet to come with this guy. That's like just a concept sketch. So I did just send it to you, Diana, on your Messenger app. I can also send it via Facebook. Hang on. Oh, nope, you found it. I heard you. Let me get back to that window. Ooh, you look good. Hello, how are you?
Hey.
Good to see you.
I'm trying. It's good to see you. I know. I haven't seen much of you today, huh? I've been
Yeah,
busy.
Chewy was like a nightmare, I guess, huh?
She was very needy today, and that's okay. I'm just setting up my little chat thing. She was just needy. 2 days of not walking makes her a very needy girl. So,
Right.
we didn't get out Friday or Saturday because the weather was atrocious. This morning it was crazy. So you know what I mean? It's just been a rough couple of days with my little doggy. But she is fine now. I just took her for a quick walk, and I think she's gonna sleep or go to sleep until I go to bed. But
hey, do me a favor. Tap your keyboard real quick. Okay. No, I think it's all right. I wanted to see if you were on your microphone or on your laptop.
I'm looking now just to make sure.
It sounds
sometimes sometimes no, I am on my audio device. So
okay,
the speaker is
it sounded right, but I wasn't sure.
No, that's all right. So anyway, it's been a busy day here at the Hero Shack Press Studio, my studio. I have managed to get some things to start embroidering the eye of my great Cyclopean sort of plush / rag doll, which I'm kind of happy about. It's coming along. It's my really, I haven't done a lot of embroidery in my life. I'm enjoying this though. I think this is going to work. And so I'm very excited about that.
I am too.
And, I'm excited that tomorrow is going to be sunny, and I don't think we're getting any snow or freezing rain. So that's a good thing. And happy Palm Sunday to all of my fellow believers and people that celebrate Palm Sunday. When my mom was alive, my mom was an avid Catholic and Italian Catholic, I should say. And we always celebrated Palm Sunday dinner with a big meal with the palms. And it was kind of weird today. We didn't do really much anything. Mm-hmm.
Was the big meal just anything, or was it traditionally, turkey, ham, Italian cuisine? Was there a tradition or just a big meal?
It was typically ham in our house. We did, I believe it was ham for Palm Sunday, and I think Easter dinner might have been like Italian, which is what I'm going with next week. It's going to be all Italian. Just because that's what my family likes. But I remember, growing up, going to church. I was raised a Catholic, so I went to, Catholic mass and got my palms and made the cross. And, I always watched the 10 Commandments Easter Sunday night. That was my show. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's kind of odd, but yes.
And it really is when you think about it. It doesn't really coincide with the story of Easter, but for some reason in my head, my family, we always watched it, even as kids. I remember my mom like allowing us kids to stay up and watch it. So that was kind of cool.
Because it's biblical.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Look, they made a movie. Let's watch it.
Right. It's cool.
That was back when people trusted Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we knew that it didn't always happen like that. And, if you haven't seen the Ten Commandments. I think I actually bought it and downloaded it because I'll probably watch it Easter Sunday on my iPad by myself. Chris won't watch it. He'll be like, "Oh my god,
It's
blasphemy!"
not that I
already."
won't watch it. It's just weird.
Well, yeah, yeah,
It's weird to see these shows, especially when we grew up with them and the way we thought about them. Like, I never
Right.
even doubted whether or not it was biblical. I assumed if you made
Yeah.
a movie about it, you wouldn't screw around, you know?
right, right.
Just don't mess
I
with the scriptures.
Oh my God. But at any rate, so if you have celebrate or you do celebrate, I hope you had an amazing Sunday. And all good things. So what else is up tonight, sir? I know that we
Well, I talked about the page that I finished and the
Mm.
thumbnail pages I accomplished, which really is just the roughs.
yeah,
Yeah, and I didn't say too much else. I mean, we are not going to go very late unless things pick up. We're going to be doing
Yeah,
basically
just gonna-
daily check-ins.
Yeah.
Letting you guys know how it's going. I told them about how everything's on order and there's been no snags.
yeah.
And that's important because in fulfillment, this is another point where things could go wrong. We've been
Yeah.
very fortunate this time around. The problems in pre-press, like I said to the viewers already, they're kind of common.
Yeah.
There's always little snafus that you got to take care of, but
Mhm.
it's been smooth and we're
Mhm.
waiting, everything to come in at this point. We've already gotten the author copy. I did make an adjustment to the regular cover and
Mhm.
since they actually changed it
Yeah.
for the sake of everything involved, which is fine. I mean, publishers are free to do that.
Yeah.
I think people will be happy with the selection at any rate.
Mhm.
And yeah, we've elected not to just open up the stream anymore. It causes a lot of distraction. It causes a lot of a lack of focus on topics.
Yes.
Like-
Exactly.
So for the last 2 nights, I tried to play Bullet Boys for the Love of Money,
Right.
and it was so weird. Like the first night, we couldn't get on topic about it because there were complaints about the band. And then the
Mhm.
second night, Warner Brothers took it down. But it's like I was trying to focus in on, the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
And because we were opening the streams to people who couldn't see that or whatever, who saw something
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
we never got to that point. So,
Mhm.
in analyzing it, I've decided just to focus on things a little bit more instead of just like getting caught up in things that don't matter. Like if the Lord's put something on my heart to say,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ought not let myself get distracted.
Yeah.
And particularly if it's not a like-minded situation. If
Mhm.
I want to talk about something and I can't do it because the
Right.
guests are not like-minded, well,
Right.
I'll talk about what I want to talk about, and then maybe later, if they want to talk, they can, hey, can I have a link? All right, well, let's talk real quick.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you
And I
want?
think we really want to make this channel about what we do here at Hero Shack, as well as, encourage and, share others.
Well, and we want to
projects and
promote. We want to promote. Basically all age books.
Mhm.
That's nothing against the mature books, but it's kind of hard to draw in an all age audience if you're
If we do more talk about,
mature things.
yeah.
Mature
And
book.
But we also talked about having, I guess, for lack of a better word, themed,
Yes, that's coming.
themed Hero Shack daily things. So Chris is working on sort of a schedule for that. I may not be at every single one of them. I know for Friday
No,
night.
you won't be. You definitely won't be. But keep in mind that the only thing that I'm focusing on at this moment is preparing for the appearance Tuesday.
Yes, that
I
is
keep
true.
trying to start stuff. I have plenty of slides to show.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling this is the kind of thing I'm going to want to shoot from the hip from. I'm going to want to talk to the kids, introduce myself, talk
Yeah.
about what comics are, and then say, is there anybody here who wants to make them? Okay, let's talk about
Well,
that.
Yeah.
And let the
'cause-
conversation evolve. Like if I'm talking to a room of kids who don't even know about comics,
It's
it's
let me
different.
just pause you there. It's not a room of kids. It's 300. It's going
It's
to
a room of
it's a very
kids.
large
Yes,
room.
it's a room of kids.
Just okay. It's a room of kids. It is a room of kids.
Yes,
Okay.
I can handle it.
Okay.
That's not my concern. My concern is like having a situation where I'm talking to these kids about creating a comic and there's not even a kid in the room that wants to even make one. Like
Right.
sometimes I have to feel it out. And I'll know if there's interest. Kids will ooh and ah over certain things. I'm sure the manga pictures are going to get a lot of oohs and ahs.
Right.
And I already know what I'm going to say about that. If you want to draw manga and you're having problems,
Mm-hmm.
the best thing you can do is trace
Right.
your favorite character 1,000 times, then
Yeah.
put down the tracing and try
Yeah.
to draw him. And I guarantee you'll draw him much better than you think. And nobody's going to do it 1,000 times. But the point is, there have been professional artists and teachers who have said sometimes the best way to learn something is to trace it. That doesn't mean you trace it and use it professionally. That means for practice,
Right.
you trace over whatever style you're dying to copy.
Yeah.
And it will come to you. You will learn just by the act of going over it over and over. Just like someone who learns a song or a Bible verse. How do you learn that? By repetition and repeating and repetition and repeating.
Yep. Absolutely.
In fact, pop music is kind of funny because if you hear a song the wrong way and you repeat it enough, you'll never be able to sing it the right way. It's just how the human mind works, I think.
Exactly. No, I totally agree with that. So what else? I was going to say something and I completely forgot. Oh, I hate when that happens. It's a
That's
Sunday.
we're dancing through landmines.
We're dancing through landmines. Yes, we are. But
I keep putting you on it too. I keep putting it right at you.
It literally just lost I just completely lost what I was going to say. That's because I was looking at my calendar because I thought I had.
Were you going to talk about the embroidered eye?
Well, I did a little bit. I mean, I'm working on it. I don't have enough white thread. So I started it and it's really rough right now because all right. So I found some stencil stuff, not stencil, some transfer stuff for embroidery. And basically you put your design on the transfer fabric and then you iron the transfer onto the piece that you want to embroider, right? So me not thinking, I had already cut out my little eyeball, my head from my Cyclopean doll, and I had already put the pattern onto it. When I went to go put it onto my embroidery hoop, obviously, look at the size of this. My hoop is like this. It does not fit. So I've had to embroider holding it very taut, like with 2 fingers, and like do my embroidery, which has taken me forever. So the stitches are not as neat and perfect as I can make them. I think it's going to work, and I think I'm going to have to make the head a little bit bigger. I'm not sure, but this is what I've got so far. As you can see, there's stitching all in here. This will all be filled in white, and then have a black stitch around it. I'm using just a very basic stitch, but I think it's going to look super cool. I'm also going to embroider the C on his shirt. Yeah, on his chest. So, yes. And I'm looking at some other options for the belt. But it'll be really, the doll will be handmade. He will be sewn together with a machine, but all the detail work will be done by myself.
Well, and the machine will be done by her, because what I suggested to her was we just ordered patches, the Great Cyclopean patches. I said, why don't you just order some patches of his eye? And she's like, no, this will be handmade.
It's going to be handmade. I actually thought of that, but I'm quite enjoying this. So tomorrow I have to run out to the store and get the white embroidery thread. I thought I had a whole thing of it, but I didn't pick up the flyers at Staples for our presentation on Tuesday.
Right.
So I'll do that tomorrow and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I finally have figured out how to get his eye to look what like how I would buy it. Like I don't want to make something that if I look at it, I'm like, I wouldn't friggin' buy that. That looks like a piece of crap. Wouldn't
Right.
buy it. So I want to be able to create this plush slash ragdoll, whatever you want to do of Cyclopean. It's just, it's something more geared towards children, obviously. And yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, the ones you
Yeah.
made before were awesome. They were just
Mhm.
early versions, and
Well, yeah, those truly are little plush dolls. They don't move or anything. Like this guy, his arms are going to be movable, his legs will be posable and stuff is what I'm hoping for. I have some other ideas that I want to test before the final product is revealed. So everything I've shown, if you've seen any of the streams, they are prototypes. I have lots and lots of prototypes, but I'm not a professional seamstress, and this is a new kind of thing that I'm attempting. I can sew, but I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm a professional seamstress. So things take me a little bit longer. But other than that, yeah.
yeah. Other things that are happening on the website, actually our YouTube channel. I've added some more time lapse sketching.
Yeah.
2 days ago, I added, or yesterday, I think it was, I added the prototype possible new Captain Aura.
Yep. That looked good.
Late last night, I added 2 classic troll pictures from Trolls Exposed. They are, all age suitable. But there were really cool pieces that I've always enjoyed. So I went ahead and extracted video off of these sketches, and there it was. Some stuff I have video on, some I don't. I don't understand that. Maybe it's because of the way I backed it up.
Right.
But it's there. So,
Yeah.
and I'm using free audio from YouTube, so it's kind of neat. They have an audio library that's full of like this awesome free music.
Oh,
So
that's kind of cool. Something
yeah.
different, right?
Well,
To
it
put
keeps
your
it fresh.
stuff
So if
to.
you're sitting there, like I know what I like to do is run the sketch streams while I'm drawing. And
Right.
it's nice to have a variety of music while I watch. Like
Yeah.
watching draw streams can be inspirational, but like particularly if I'm watching other people's draw streams, if I don't want to get in, but like it's weird. I'll turn down the audio and put on some music and run the stream. Particularly if it's like a pre-recorded one, I'll run it at like 1.25, which makes it a little faster.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't know why. I like watching it faster, because sometimes watching it can be tedious. As an artist, I understand. It takes a lot of time sometimes to get in there and do the little details that you want in there.
Right. Right. No, I know. What else do we have to cover this fine, freezing cold evening? It's so cold out.
I actually think that's about it. We've been a half hour. We've covered everything twice.
Okay.
The intent of the show, like, there's plenty I could say. Those in the know that we've had a situation. It's fine. There's no drama to be had. It's just, I will say this, okay? If you're coming on my show, just be respectful and understand that it is an all ages show, and we don't want to overstep lines, and we don't want to make it so that our streams are detrimental to anyone watching them in terms of age, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that rubs some people the wrong way, especially if they're, producing mature content.
Right.
But there's plenty of avenues out there to do that. And, it doesn't have to be a Hero Shack.
Right.
When people come into Hero Shack, I want them to know they can walk in with their little kid and they ain't going to see some stripper on a pole or some assassin stabbing someone, to death in a bloody, gory, I want them to know that it's relentless. It's awesome comics, but it's not necessarily, it's never going to be rated R gore. It's never going to be over the line.
Right.
So yeah, that's all.
All right. Well, there you have it. Straight from the creator's mouth.
Well, it's what we need to achieve, and I mean, we're trying to build an internet presence. We're trying to build up the show, and it's been rather unfocused. You know, we came at it not knowing what we were going to do, particularly, other than trying to build an audience so we can stay in contact with the people who want to know about our comic. Which, you know, I can say very, very happily and proudly, it's in the dozens. And people might laugh at that, but I remember when there was no one who knew about the Great Cyclopean. It is growing.
Yep.
You know, and dozens, I don't mean like 24, I mean many dozens.
Right.
But I need to
Right.
grow that if the Great Cyclopean's ever going to go anywhere.
Exactly. And we have our con schedule coming up, which is pretty decent so far. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Have you revised that on the site? Because I know we
took one down because we had a
Yep.
conflict after I signed up. I do believe I went in and deleted it, but I'm going to go and check right now just because
I don't remember doing it. I don't know if you did.
blog convention news. I'm checking right now. No, I have not. Oh, guess what I'm going to do at the moment. Well,
So
we're
guys,
chatting-
right now if he's gone to HeroShack.com.
Yep.
On the homepage we have, you know, usually the latest news. But we also have blog posts. We have a video link. We have free comics. You
Yep.
can sign up for the mailing list there, which means like, you know, we'll send you emails when we're doing new stuff. That's particularly Diana. She'll send you an email and say, "Hey, we're making a new comic. You want to get involved?" And you know, there's no pressure. You guys do what you want to do. But it's how we build, right? I mean, that's the new. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking the path that works.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now, but I am paying attention. I'm like, oh my God. I just realized I'm like doing this while we're live. I could wait a few minutes. Oops, that is a text message. I gotta lower this down a bit. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. I was laying down with my pups before the stream started, and it was the coziest little thing. And I'm like, what time are we streaming? Because I didn't know. He's 7:45. He's like, oh, 8:00. I'm like, what? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's how you got caught walking the dogs the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I did. My puppies needed to go out. It's so cold out.
I have to tell you though, Miss Diana,
Yes.
if the dogs look at her, she goes, "Oh, you've got to pee. Let's go."
It's true.
It's not true. You know what's happened now? We
What?
used to have the new dog, the young dog, the puppy, would ring the bell to let us know. But she's learned she doesn't have to do that. She just has to find mama and look at her, and she'll get taken out. Like it used to be, she would ring it, and I would go, "Oh, she needs to go." But she's so trained now, she'll come up and look at me, and I don't know what she's saying. So I'm like, "Come here."
I know.
Miss Diana, though, if she sees her, she's like, "Oh yeah, she's gotta go pee."
Yep.
And the thing is, it's self-fulfilling because when you take them out, they go, "Hey, while I'm here, I might as well."
I know. It's just, I don't want them to have accidents on the floor. And so that's kind of why I do it. You know that, right?
Right.
Okay.
So
That's
Jason's
what I'm
texting me.
Yeah.
Apparently that Mac that we gave them 2 years ago
Yep.
going to need a little bit of Mac love.
Oh boy.
The Mac Daddy's gonna have to go and repair that bad boy.
Did you just say the Mac Daddy? Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy. Okay.
That iMac started with me, ma'am.
The Mac
I'm gonna
Daddy.
need to bring it back. I wonder if he likes
Oh,
Linux.
You're funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't find it.
Find which? Oh, the blog. Do you know how to log in?
Yeah, I'm logged in, but I for some reason I'm looking for the blog page. Let's go up here.
Oh, I might have hidden it accidentally.
Oh, of course.
Let me see. No, it's right there. It says blog. Book reviews, convention news.
Yeah,
It's at
no,
the
I
top.
found it, but to go into and make the change on the website, you have to go to GoDaddy, right? That's how I do it.
Hang on, let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
And I just wanted to delete that. Oh, here it is, conventions. All right, I think I found it. I found it. It was down below. So yeah, so we're kind of bummed, but it's okay. They were kind enough to refund the money, which I thought was really kind. They didn't have to do that. So we won't be. I just fixed it. We're not attending the Rail City Fan Fest, but that was way up in Vermont. I didn't expect a lot of local people to go to that.
Right.
But we do have the Haverhill Public Library Comic Con. I'm super pumped about that. However, I know that this is Saturday, May 11th, and however, on Saturday, May 11th, the Kids Con is also going in Nashua. So I don't know if that's going to have any impact on the Haverhill because I think they're all kind of close. How far is Haverhill from
To where?
New Hampshire?
Nashua?
Yeah.
They're far enough apart.
Okay. All right.
I
Well,
think so.
wasn't
That's
sure.
like a 2-3 hour ride.
All right.
I think so, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
if Tony's around or something, he probably knows better. But he said
Right.
Haverhill was pretty close for him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now
So
I think I got
hang on, I'm trying to get over to the website. I've noticed that I don't have it easily accessible to log in.
No, I know.
The link is hidden, and I didn't know that. I don't know why.
Oh, I went to GoDaddy and just did them, but it should be all set.
No,
And I
I'm gonna
noticed
fix that though, because there's supposed to be meta settings
Yeah.
on the side ramp. I shut them off somehow, so I'll fix that.
Thank you. Hey, Joey. He said it's about a 45-minute drive. So we'll see. We'll see. Because that was another one that we've gone to before. But when I looked, when KidsCon sent us the email about, hey, this is what we're doing. I had already booked the Haverhill Public Library one, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's a smaller one, I believe. And we usually do pretty good with smaller ones, and we haven't been up in that neck of the woods for a while. So yeah.
What, Haverhill?
Yeah.
We've never been to Haverhill.
Right. For anything.
Yeah.
But in that general area is what I was kind of referring to.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know. Like, we visited the whole area, but I don't know the last time we've done really anything like near my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of anything?
No.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
We were doing fun Friday night type of stuff before.
Right.
They had that here at in our town, and where you can go and I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, we
set up
could
a
go
table and stuff like that. It was kind of cool, actually. It
Yep.
was really cool. But again, they haven't had it in a couple of years. Or we keep missing it. Something comes up.
Last year, last year they had them, but we had shows each time.
Yeah.
And before that, we did one of them, but there was a couple of rain out dates because it's only on Friday nights, and if it rains, there is no see on Saturday.
Right.
They literally closed down Main Street for a block, and it's literally like every kind of local that you can think of that has anything they can put on a table, which is really cool actually, because you see everybody's
Right.
craft, see their wares. There's some small businesses, I guess advertising is what you call it when a local business sets up a little, they're not tents, they're pop-up. What do we call those?
Right.
Pop-up little shelter thingies.
Yeah, it's just a pop-up tent. It's like a little covering, a sun tent. It's like a sun shelter.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know. It's a tiny little sun shelter. It's, but it was
It's
nice
really
because we got
good.
to see a lot of our, our neighbors and things and people that we know, who
Well,
live
and we
there.
actually sold some books to people we knew.
That was fun.
Like remember
was really
David the Rapper.
Right. No, that was really cool. We enjoyed that. And it was a fun Friday night kind of stuff. And so we are Haven't had really. I don't think I've gotten any email. I don't even know if they're doing it this year. But it started, I think, like at 4 o'clock, and then it went to 7, maybe 4 to 6, 4 to 7, something along those lines. I don't remember. I don't remember. Anyway, what else? What else do we got to talk about?
Well, how do you want to handle the chat?
Well, hey Tim.
All right,
Apology
dude,
accepted.
yeah, but I'm just gonna speak my piece on it then. You come in here, you don't like my music, you're into punk exclusively. You sat here and basically said people who are trying to make a YouTube presence, there's more than one way to skin a cat, but you want to go on everybody else's shows and do it. And like, I don't get it, man. I don't know what you're doing here. You don't like anything I do. And yeah, you got your own thing. So go on other shows, bro. It's cool. I'm not holding anger, but I don't see what you're doing here. You're the one who told me that it's a kill or be killed industry. And to me, at the end of the stream, if you go back and listen to it when it goes online, you said, derailed the show, mission accomplished. And that resonated, brother, because every time you've been here, you've been trying to derail the show. So I'm just saying, have a good life, have a good time. Good luck with Melvin. But yeah, I just don't know what to say. So that's really where I'm at. And, for my own emotional well-being, y'all know that if I get too upset, I get involved in, I don't know, what would you call it, Diana? Autistic echoes or circles?
You kind of perseverate on stuff and whatever. And I think,
So the only way for me to really control that and not become obsessed and really, make this much more than it needs to be. That's why you haven't been able to get a hold of me. That's why I blocked you. I don't really want to talk about it.
Right.
Because if I get going, I won't stop. And I don't want to be that mean guy. I don't want to be in that situation.
Right.
Particularly when, comics in my mind should be positive, and it should be about, leading the reader to positive experiences. And that doesn't necessarily mean wussy or wimpy or anything, but there's a way to tell stories where, good wins. And that's what I'm interested in. So, yeah.
At any rate,
say something. Come on, you're
I don't know really what to say. I'm like, you're just kind of filling him in and letting him know where you're at. And
well, I didn't want to say
we're gonna be a little more selective about. We're not gonna open the stream and just have people. I kind of have always wanted it not to just be a general chat area. Way back in the day, remember when we did God Chat every single night? But that was different. It was a text-based chat, and it didn't. People couldn't like dominate the conversation because it was all text-based, and you were able to answer it more efficiently. And what I've noticed is when people come on, our chat, our stream gets really crazy. It's more like a bunch of people just hanging out, as opposed to being more of, hey, this is what we do. Come and tell us about yourself if we have a guest on. So I think we're going to focus more on just inviting people on, or if people want to come on, they can reach out to us, as opposed to just having a general chat.
There can be an open mic night, but like
that might be, that
should probably be for late night Friday when I do whatever I'm doing.
Right.
It shouldn't be prime time. And not even because things are not necessarily appropriate, but because it becomes like 15 people trying to talk at once.
Yeah. It's been kind of crazy.
Well,
and I've said, me, I've said that all along. I've been
Diana and I, who host the show, sometimes will be sitting here texting each other, going, "Hey, do you want to break in or should I?"
Right. Right. Because
really,
we're not
that's
mean
not the
people.
fault of the people on the panel. It's what happens when you know, have like 7, 8, 9, 10 people there or whatever the number is, you
Right.
know. There's a point where it just becomes so chaotic that unless it's an organized meeting, like people in Zoom do it all the time, but that's
Right.
because, you know, everybody knows if you open up your mouth, you're going to get fired. You just shut up and listen until it's your turn.
Right. And be respectful. Just, being respectful to the hosts and their channel and stuff like that. So, and, and that's okay. We continually are learning on how to do this right. We do believe in the YouTube model. We do think that it is a viable way to get people to learn about the Great Cyclopean. And so we enjoy doing the stream for the most part. I like it a little bit more structured, but that's just who I am as a person. I tend to be a little more organized and whatnot. So like I think Chris
Well, we're
said
both
earlier,
managers, but one likes to do it by numbers and the other one likes to splatter it in and see what it can become. And you guys can probably figure out who's who.
yeah. Well, we were talking for anybody that might have popped in now. We were talking about how we really need to, if we want to stream, if we want to do a daily stream, I think doesn't need to go 2 hours. Number one, an hour if we have enough information to share, or if we have a guest, or if people reach out to us and say, "Hey, can I be on the panel tonight? I really want to talk about whatever." But I think reeling it in from just general conversation about every topic under the flipping sun. Half the time I'm sitting here and I have no idea like how we even got to a subject, and you guys will yes. Joey, you're right. So interaction and comments pushes you guys in the algorithm, like sketch night. Yeah, sketch night or something like that. So we have we have this pretty big presentation coming up on Tuesday afternoon in another school district that I know Chris is really working on. I'm just his little wench. I just go and help him set up, or
well, no, let me tell you, like, so I'm thinking about trying to explain to them first that comics were
I like
really
the ant thing.
The ant thing.
The ant. Remember you said like the head of the ant, the body.
Right. But the first thing I want to show kids is that comics were there from the very first time someone painted on a cave wall. And for centuries and centuries and thousands of years, the way we communicated was through drawings, and language evolved from drawings. And
right.
When newspapers were first big and before there were cameras, they had artists who would draw whatever the story was about. And that eventually became obsolete because of cameras, but then that's when cartooning and comics started. And I think that if they can understand, you can draw on a paper towel like Wendy Penny of ElfQuest. You can rip out pages from a novel at the back of the book that are blank, like I used to have to do. You can draw on any paper. You can scavenge from anybody and make a comic,
Right.
Tim, I don't know.
Tony.
Hang on, I'm going to answer Tim. I don't know what you mean by cool. If I see you on the streets, I'm not coming after you. I'm not trying to kick your ass, but I really don't want to hang with you, bro. I'm just wishing you a good life, I thought last night was a bunch of BS, and if I go off on it, it's not going to get any nicer. So I don't want to take it there.
So we're just not going to talk about it. But Tony did say, did you hear that he's going to take a vacation day when we go to Haverhill?
You guys, yes.
So that will be fun. We can plan dinner. We have to have dinner after the show. I think the show is I think it's 10 to 5 or 10 to 6. Let me double check. It's it might even be 10 to 3. Oh.
Yeah, it's a small library show, so it might be 10 to 3 or 10 to 4.
Yeah, let's see.
April, Facebook.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking right now, but it is Saturday, May 11th. I forgot to hit. Do you ever forget to hit return?
No, never.
Oh, I do sometimes. Upcoming event at 10 a.m. It just says at 10 a.m.
Well, it may be that they don't have any idea. Hang on. It says duration 6 hours, so that's 10 to 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, if you click the page in
Yep,
Reddit,
I saw
yep.
it.
Okay.
Hey, guess who else is going to be there? Colleen is going to be there.
Colleen.
Colleen, Katie the cat sitter,
Oh,
the
really?
young woman that wrote all
Yes,
of
you
those
bought all her books.
funny cat. Yeah, I bought all of them. They were really, really good, by the way. You know what I
I
mean?
hope
They
so.
were really good.
She got published by Scholastic. They better be good.
Yeah, she did. He's got some pretty good. They've got some pretty good talent. Mark Madso is going to be there from Nomad. He did Nomad. Sharpie. I don't know him, but you guys might. Kathy Johnson.
Hold up. Stop.
What? I'm sorry. What?
You just said the magic word. I got to bring it up.
Oh.
Nomad. Yeah. I already bought this guy's stuff.
We bought this. We've met him, haven't we? We've
Yeah.
been at another convention with him.
And this is one of these cool books that are like non-regular size, which is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Really, I was
cool.
really excited by it. The art's good. The story was actually a little bit much. I'd probably have to get the rest of the books because I wasn't sure what was going on, but very impressive stuff.
Right.
That's funny.
So yeah, so I'm excited. So this is our first time being at this particular con, and we're very excited about it. And so it's like 10 to 4. But that's a great hour. Great hours. Like it's kind of like how the way we run the comic book fest, which is coming up October 5th. My God, I can't believe
especially
it.
if we're being honest, 10 to 4 really means 10 to 3.
Yeah.
3 is really when people start to split if they're not having a great day. And it's not, it's not terrible, but it's what happens. Tim, chill out, bro. Don't be that hard on yourself. Just go hang out with adult comic book makers. There are plenty of guys out there that like punk music and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not that into the whole high school thing, man. I like punk, I like metal, I like all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Shit, I was listening to Milli Vanilli today, laughing, thinking I think Frog Leap Studios needs to do a cover.
Oh dear God.
Oh man, he would do some really nasty stuff with some of their stuff.
You think so?
Yeah, he's the man.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
I mean, look what he did with what's her face with that girl, and look what he did with Frozen, and look what he did with Africa.
Yeah, that's true. No, he's a very talented person for sure.
He's not for everybody, but I like my metal hot. I like my metal fast. I like it very, crunchy.
Yeah.
He does all that, and he does a little screamo with it. So, yeah, more power to him.
Yeah, you get everything.
I don't know much about him, but he's pretty much a one-man band. He brings in guests. When he tours, though, he has a full band with him. He goes through Europe and countries over there.
Yeah. So anyway, it's almost 9:00, isn't it?
No, yeah, we need to close it up. We really do. Tim, I'm praying for you, bro. Have a good time. Don't worry about me, man. I'm just parting ways because it's what I got to do for my own sanity. So everybody else, we'll be back tomorrow, or I will at least. I don't know if Diana will be there. I'm probably going to do a retro game show. So God bless you guys. We're going to take off, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. God bless.
Oh, look, no volume.
You might want to put some volume in there, dude.
Hang on. Wait, let me do this. That's so messed up. All right.
What are you doing?
I'm just not being a good producer.